Really good question. And if you ask 10 different people in this audience, they'll give you 10 different answers. And the reason is there's been very little by way of measurement that's been done. But here's our estimate. We believe the overall business, online business, is around 500 to 600 crores, of which we believe video is under 10%. It's in the single digits. So we're talking about a video market share of under 50 crores right now. Well, one thing is very clear. That 50 crore or under 50 crore number is going to grow faster than the rest of the 450 crores out there in the online space. Video is compelling, people are excited about it, they're interested in it. Traditional analog TV advertising is moving over here, so it's definitely going to grow faster than all the other forms. As to how big or how fast the overall pie will grow, your guess is as good as mine. India, the overall economy is expected to grow at about 5% this year. So advertising growth in India has traditionally, at least in the past 10 years, has grown a little more than the GDP, meaning that the share of advertising is going up slowly, small amounts. So I'd say a little more than 5%, a little more than GDP growth. We typically do it by video view. So the idea is that we charge an advertiser only when a video is completely watched. So if the viewer just watches 20% or 30%, that does not count as a view, so they're not charged. So it's usually user-initiated and completed videos that are charged for. We generally don't get into CPLs, and we try to also stay away from CPCs. Surprisingly, well, there are two things that are working very well. Pre-rolls are working, but and I think most people know that. Now, what is surprising is video banners are also working very well. So if you have a player on a static page next to some video content, you don't have to be embedded in the video content. You get a user who's prepared for video, but a user who actually has to engage with the player and turn on the ad. Now, you get a much more qualified viewer that way than if you had just a pre-roll. The pre-roll, the user is pretty much forced to watch your video, right? And your clicks or whatever the interaction is probably not as well qualified as the banner. And pre-rolls certainly have their place, but some of the really high numbers I was hearing today, some people are joking that maybe they're trying to get rid of the ad, right? And that's possible, I think. So with banners, that's not the case. With banners, very clearly, user opts in, they press the play button, then they get the ad. So it works out pretty well. We've run close to 100 plus campaigns in the past, I'd say 8 to 9 months since we really got going. So each of those campaigns is probably, I don't know, 1 million views or so. An advertiser would pay somewhere between 400 and 500 rupees per CPM, so 50 paisa. These numbers, the total number that we have over here, also includes those folks to whom we've given a little bit of promos, some promos over there. We also have folks who've got existing inventory from publishers whom they're giving us. So in some cases, we don't actually have to buy. We already have the inventory then, and the revenue for that doesn't come through us.
So if you discounted by, let's say, 40%, it would still be 30 million rupees.
It would still be, yeah, that's a fair number. I wouldn't disagree with that.
That'll be around 3 crore rupees.
Let me just say I won't disagree with it, but I won't confirm it either. Very soon. I mean, I don't think we would say we broke it even. We are pretty close to it. We clearly are looking at profitability, right? So we're not in the business of buying at 500 rupees and selling at 200. It doesn't take much of a salesperson to do that. So we're not in that business. We are in every campaign we run, every engagement we have, we make sure that it is profitable or it's going to be profitable very soon. So yeah, so we're on our path to profitability. Well, so a couple of things I'd say, right? One is you have to believe in what you're doing. You have to really have some passion. You have to really be convinced that what you're doing is right. Now, there is a fine line between that and not listening to input. So you have to listen to input from the market. You have to listen to input from your peers, from a lot of other people. But you also have to have your own belief, which may potentially be different from what these folks are telling you. So you take the best of what you can, coalesce it with what you believe, and then you continue down that path. So that's really important. But I've seen a lot of budding entrepreneurs who either are not really convinced, and therefore the first naysayer or the first person who says something negative gets them off track. On the other hand, I've also seen entrepreneurs who just won't listen. They're like, okay, I got it figured out. I don't care what you have to tell me. It's not interesting to me. So that's also a problem. That's good. I think it's very appropriate. I mean, that's, we're in video. We have to be in video, right? I mean, it's we're in video and then in print, it's not so good. So, no, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a good concept. And, I'm sure it's doing very well.